Bombardier has just delivered its 150th long-range Global 7500, and we are here today to catch up on how the program has been doing since its launch 5 years ago.
It's been 5 years since the certification of the Global 7500, and in those 5 years, we've now delivered the 150th Global 7500 in just 5 years. This aircraft was the most delivered large jet back in 2022, so we're pretty proud of that accomplishment. The fleet has reached 100,000 flight hours, and then it did the longest flight in business aviation from Sydney all the way to Detroit. It did the fastest flight from LA to New York and from New York to London. After that, it went into small airfields that, people thought big aircraft like this wouldn't be able to go to, so we took the aircraft to Gstad. We did the longest flight out of London City Airport, which is also a short runway. So in terms of accomplishment, this aircraft has accomplished a lot in the past 5 years. Some of the highlights of this galley were we were able to design exposed appliances here in the front. The top unit is a convection microwave oven, and the bottom is a convection steam oven. So introducing new features in the galley. Up front also there's a nice big chilling area. So now customers do bring a lot of equipment, food on board for those long flights. So we do have a lot of storage space. After that, here we have a compartment where customers can bring in their own favorite coffee machine. If they prefer Nespresso, if they prefer another one, any machine will fit in this encounter. We have a big lav here in the front, and we chose to put the lavatory in between the galley and the passenger because we need a second lav for passengers. So we made it big and we put it right in between the passengers and the cabin. So that lav, the passengers don't have to go through the flight attendant and get at a difficult position to access the lavatory up front. Then we get into the cabin. There are so many things to say about this cabin. Let me start by the highlight, the Nuage seat. So you can see, first of all, the periphery, just the design of the 7500, we kept it very simple. The simple lines on the periphery, because we want to highlight the crown jewel of the design, which is the Nuage seat and all the elegant design we put in there. You can see that the Nuage seat, first of all, we've shaved up volume everywhere. It's a nice curved profile, which gives enough space for people to, go, next to the seat and let other people pass through the cabin. Second thing, the Nuage seat, we completely revolutionized all the mechanism that goes into the aircraft. So the first mechanism that we really changed is the floating base. And to put it in simple terms, all aircraft right now have a rotation mechanism and a tracking on top of it. So if you actually track your seat, your rotation is behind you. So in the Nuage seat, we actually switched those two mechanisms around. So actually, when you track your seat, your rotation is still underneath you, a bit like a normal chair, which sounds silly, but makes the movement really intuitive on the Nuage chair. After that, the next big improvement we did to the seat, as you recline your backrest, you're going to see that the seat pan also dips, creating a nice, comfortable position for me to be in. So now I'm in a reclined position, very comfortable. And this last part here is the tilting headrest, which can turn around and then cradle my neck in a nice way. So now I can be in a reclined position, I can talk to the person in front of me, I can look at the TV, and I'm in a nice reclined position where all parts of my body are well supported. We can talk about the cabin electronics. It's pretty elegant design. We have the nice touch dial here. If I want to, change the shades or the lights, I just click on the lights and then I have a nice dial that can change the light output. I can also control the shades from here. When I don't need the unit anymore, with 3 fingers, it's going to come down and it's out of the way. Next is a conference grouping. In this configuration here, we went a bit more traditional with 4 seats and 2 seats. On the Global 7500, we can also do different configurations here. You could put a divan here, you could put 2 seats. We can also switch those around to have what we call the yin-yang conference grouping, which gives a bit more movement to the cabin. This also can turn into a large dining area for 6 people, so you have an 8-foot conference table or dining table for everybody. In the entertainment zone, this is really where the start of the relaxation comes in. So first of all, I have a big TV here. This is a 32-inch TV that's right in front of me. Bombardier has recently also installed a 55-inch OLED 4K TV that we just introduced there. The divan is an all-new divan. It's unique in the industry for a couple of reasons. The first one, there is an angle to the base here, which when you're lying in the divan, it pushes you against the back and holds you comfortably in that position. My backrest is a 2-section backrest that does support the upper back better. If I want to recline, there is what we call a slouch position on this divan, which I just push like this. Then I get into a reclined position. Now I'm in a very comfortable position to watch a movie or sometimes to review something on the monitor. And then to turn this into a bed, this is even another super easy thing. I'm not turning cushions. I just pull all the way. All my cushions are there. I have no Velcro in the back. I don't need to turn cushions, and my bed is made like this. It's a simple pull operation. And then to put it back, you just push it in. You can see also it's a 2-section and 1 section, so people can also do an L-shape divan section here. Very often the crown jewel in the Global 7500 is a full-size bedroom. The take rate on the bed is 86% on the Global 7500 fleet, which means it's a revolution because previous long-range aircraft had a capture rate of 1 to 2% of bed inside the aircraft. Now 86% of the 150 Global 7500 delivered have a bed. This one is also configured with 2 seats, so it can be a very private section in the back. People can close that bulkhead and use the lavatory and not be disturbed because all the other passengers can also use the lavatory in the front of the aircraft. Every room also has a little screen here for a little touch screen that people can control the inside of the cabin. It's like we really wanted to give this a home-like feeling. So every home, typically you have a switch running in for the lights. So now I can select the lights. I can change the color of the lighting in that room. I can change the intensity right from that room. This is also a place where I can do the temperature control. This aircraft comes in with the Bombardier Pure Air system, which is the most advanced air system in the industry. We have a HEPA filter that constantly filters the air to make it the purest air possible. And also the cabin altitude on this aircraft is very low, and it's going to be even lower on the Global 8000 aircraft. We're going down to 2,900 feet at 41,000 feet cabin altitude. And then on Bombardier, we get a huge size lavatory here. The lavatory is on one side. The other side has a huge closet area that customers can use. And all Bombardier Global come in with a window inside the lavatory as well. So another accomplishment of the 7500 in the first 5 years is we're able to launch the Global 8000. And we were able to launch the Global 8000. So the Global 8000 is going to have more speed. We took the test aircraft for the Global 8000 all the way over supersonic speed. So that was a real accomplishment for Bombardier. We're going to lower the cabin altitude and we're going to extend the range of the aircraft. Now, the good news for anybody purchasing a Global 7500 right now is that they can also purchase the upgrade and upgrade their 7500 to a Global 8000 when the Global 8000 gets a certification.